Hi everybody, this is Diane. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how I'm doing with my organizing and destashing. I have been doing it for a while and kind of setting things aside. I've been listing things too, but some things I just had set aside and hadn't gotten to yet. And since I finished the last journals last Friday, I think it was, today's Thursday. I've really stepped it up, and that's what I've really been focusing on, and that's what I'll focus on through the end of the year, or at least till after Christmas. So I thought I would give you an update. I posted some videos this week about sorting and destashing. So let me just show you what I have accomplished. I'm pretty proud of myself so far. So I have some fabrics that I'm going to put into bundles, sheets, a couple of sheets, and some other fabrics. Sometimes I have trouble selling the fabric, so I can't keep it all, so I have to try. I have a bundle of letters and vintage ephemera. This will probably be divided up into smaller bundles. I've got some report cards. They'll probably be on their own, and some other vintage pieces. Some napkins I'm destashing. Some natural fiber papers like mulberry, and well, these are from Amazon. They are not natural, but they look like they are. It's just a smooth cotton, but it looks like they're made out of these fibers. And then these are embossed cardstock pieces, but they look like natural. And it was a huge collection of them, so I destashed some. I got started on the big box of railroad ephemera that I got from Bob. So this is just the beginning of that. I don't know how many, maybe 7 of these packs of just these few papers, but I still have a lot to go through. A few embroidered ribbons. I've got a pack of map atlas pages, vintage atlas pages. I did go through my farm journals, and I kept way more than I need, I know, but they have different titles at the top. These are really cool journals, and they're very old. This one is older, and this paper is fragile, so you wouldn't be able to fold it into a journal. I think you could this one. This is big because this is just half the page. I had to fold it. But they have different categories and headings. That's the word, headings. So I don't even know how many pages are here, but I put some of each journal. I had 2 farm journals, and I'm only going to destash 2 packs for now. I've got some wallpaper borders, which are very fun to use in journals. So the video that I put up probably yesterday was ledger and paper dolls. So I am destashing some paper dolls. I've got some books to destash. Did I want to get rid of this one? I think so, but I'm going to make sure. I'm going to check that out and make sure. And this is a French paper doll. And then I have a pack of the magazine pages with paper dolls on them. And some other little packs that I will divvy up somehow. This is Julie Andrews. There are 2 dolls in here and outfits for both dolls. So quite an assortment of paper dolls. I just brought this over here so you could see. This is my adorable little vintage box that I got at the flea market a couple years ago, and I keep paper dolls in here that like this is a doll that she has. Why is she in here? Oh, I think I just put her in here so I could bring her downstairs safely. So these go with her. I'll put her in some cellophane and put her in my drawer. And then this one, I think, yeah, this one goes with her too. So yeah, these are little pieces that I just stuck in here so I could carry them downstairs without dropping them. Little tiny ones. She is from a pattern. I don't know why she's in there. And this one. Okay, so, my goodness. Lots of pieces in here. So these will all go in my paper doll drawer. And then these are the clothing that they don't have dolls. It's just clothing. And there's one doll in here with no clothing. So these, they're fun to use in journals. So I got rid of some, so they'll be, some of those clothes will be in my shop too. I guess I wanted to leave these in there. These are little accessories that went with the paper doll, and they're reproductions. They're really cute. I love them. I like the art. So I'll put these back in here. And my paper doll drawer looks so much better because I got rid of a lot. Even though I'll be adding these back in, they're not going to take up much room. And I have a destash of various game money pieces. I'll probably split that in at least 2. And then these are just game cards, game pieces like that. Cardstock. I don't know if anybody would want those, but I'll try. And it's been a while. I think I did do a video sorting my puzzle pieces and little trinkets. That's what it was, trinkets. So I have a couple different packs of trinkets. And I have to divide this up more, but these are destash keychains and pins and these little game tiles. And the military bars. So I'm not listing things until after Christmas. I don't think people will be buying things like this until after Christmas. And, oh, these are ledger pages. So a big assortment of ledger pages. Some are blank and some are written on. And I don't know how many pages there are. I just divided them up into, I just had a big pile of pages that I was destashing, and I divided them up into 5 packets. So I have 5 of those. So that's where I am. I think that's everything. So I want to continue on with those wooden drawers where the ledger papers and the paper dolls were. That's what I want to work on. When I have time. I've got some, it's Christmas time. I've got things to do, and my granddaughter's birthday party, her birthday dinner is this evening. So I'm fitting it in where I can, and I'm trying to bake and make and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm going to set my timer right now and spend an hour organizing one of those drawers. So maybe I'll add it on to this video. Hopefully you can see my table here. I've already taken things out of some of the drawers. I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 of the narrow drawers that are right here. And I have 1 deep drawer. And all of these drawers were like miscellaneous oversized papers, but they weren't very organized. So that's what I aim to do right here. And maybe eliminate a drawer. So I'll grab the next pile. Now these, I've got some book pages in here that aren't oversized. Oh, they are end papers. But I don't need to keep them in those drawers. I did find, well, these are oversized. They open right up into a pattern. I found some craft books stuck in there. So some things don't belong in there. These pages are pretty big. They're book pages, so I think that's what this pile is, book pages. None of that stuff belongs. This is kids craft pages. Oh, I have a drawer for art books, so this will go right in there. I have a nice big collection of art books. I think I maybe see some more in there, I'm not sure. I've got to label these. Okay, there it is. But I'm not labeling it till I know, till everything's done. I know these book pages can go somewhere else because I have these same pages with my book pages. So I probably don't need to keep these in here. My book page collection is still really big though. I'll set them aside for now. So these are the pattern pages that open up. I should probably destash some because I don't need this many. I don't use them that often. Got some sewing pattern in here, like a pattern envelope. That does not belong in here. Another end paper. This is a large envelope. That doesn't need to be in here. I'm going to count this as book pages. Dryer sheet in there because that Gibson Girl book was musty, but it doesn't smell musty anymore. This is a fun book and it's lost in that drawer. I don't think it needs to be in there. I don't think it's that big. This is a wide book page. I'm almost, that book is almost used up. I've used it in a lot of blue books. There's another wide children's book page. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna destash some of these folded pattern papers. Furnace is coming on, sorry. It's another wide children's book. I love these illustrations. Waddy paper. Okay. Now, I have another pile here. I'm going to take all these pages away from here because I can put them somewhere else. There's a pile on the end of my table that you can't see that I removed from the cubby holes with all my different types of cardstocks and papers and things. Not all, but you saw the cubby hole. So I took these out of that and now I need to figure out where they're going to go. These do not need to be in with the big, oh look at that, Jeopardy question booklet for a Jeopardy game. That's fun. So I'll just find new places for all of those things. I do have a drawer that has, one half is yearbooks and the other half is workbooks. This says a workbook, so I'm going to put it in there. None of these need to be here. This is one out of a very, very old ledger, but it's not ledger paper. It's just really old paper that I can enjoy using. And it's got the lined paper here with these big tabs. So I want to protect that and keep it in, but I don't want to put it in with the ledger. That's where it was. So this is plain paper. So I guess I'll put it with that. I have 4 drawers, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piles right now. So these are more divider pages, more very old paper. And these came out of my drawers of ledgers also. So the big ones I can put in here. These were not ledger, but I put them in with the ledger because they were in old books like that. Computation book. And these big wide, they have the type on them, but there's not ledger lines on them. It was a township record book for their business meeting and I don't know what all. It's really cool paper. Okay, so those can go in there. These are not, they don't need to be in the big drawers. This one is plain paper with a little, but it's tall, so I'm gonna stick it in there. And all of these papers I took out of those cubbies, but I'm setting them aside because once I get the cubbies organized, I'll know where these can go. So that's where these will go also. Waiting for their cubby home. Oh, I do have these papers too, just craft paper that's big, but it's all folded up. And this is the paper that was used to wrap purchases from a music store that used to be in my town, and it's quite big. It doesn't even fit in the drawers. It folds up a little. So where will I put that? Oh, I didn't finish this pile yet. Let's continue on with this. So I have textured papers here. These are more like modern papers for crafting with. That's what this is. And these have some texture to them. And this is old, but it's a textured flower bag. And I have some Braille. It's cardstock, but it's Braille here. So that's what that pile is. I'm going to put that in there. It's sort of textured, but it's just a silver end paper. So this is kind of a large book, and I guess I just didn't know where else to put it. I love the pictures in this book, so I'm not sure where I'm going to end up putting that. I'm going to put it right here for now. These are large book pages, so I'm going to put it right on top of this pile, but some of these book pages can go somewhere else. These are more end papers. It's just a plain paper. Book pages. These are, they don't need to go in there. They're not that big. Okay. Let's get back to that other pile I had. This pile came out of one of the drawers that I cleaned up. I have a drawer that has bags. It makes it easy for me to find my larger bags. I have a little drawer that has all my little bags, but I needed a place for the bigger ones. Okay, so now I have these. This is just a specialty item, and these decals are a specialty item, and These are not large pages, but they're very fragile, so I put them in the drawer to take good care of them. So I guess that's a specialty item too. These are some of the textured papers. This is Stampin' Up! Grid paper. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piles again. What will I put in the big drawer at the bottom? I wasn't done emptying it. I got more. So I got more end papers. Another pattern, folded pattern. This is wallpaper, so I'm going to put it in my wallpaper drawer. And I've got more book pages. I think these can go with the regular size book pages. And so can these. These are from a scrapbook type of book. I'm gonna keep them there. I've got some large Gyo Fujikawa pages. A lot of these really old children's books are so gorgeous, and the pages are big. I guess I was cutting something out of that one. So now I know where all these old book pages are. This one isn't tall, but it's wide, so I'm going to keep it there. It's the same type of pages too, so I'll know where to find them. Look at all these gorgeous pages. I hope you've been able to see. I don't think I was great at keeping myself in frame. So this is going to be in the bottom drawer because this is the biggest pile. It's book pages, and it's not all children's books, but mostly children's books. Whoops, there's a folded pattern in there. Yeah, so this is going in the bottom drawer. The deep one. And I'm going to put these specialty ones next in a skinny drawer, and there's still a lot of room in there. These are like plain, undecorated pages, except for this, but it has a grid on it. So it's going in there because I have other grid papers. And I only have one drawer left and 2 piles. So I'm going to put these with my plain, oh, this goes with the book pages actually. And this can go with my plain pages. Just so you know, these are the teacher's books that I use. I can take those, because these have not been in a drawer. Well, they were recently, but I used to keep them like stuck in between 2 cabinets, so I kept them in these covers to protect them. But I can take them off the spiral, and that'll save some space. And then these are large grid papers, so that's why they can go with the plain stuff, because they're pretty plain. So I will take these off the spiral and put them in that drawer. And then this can go. I think it'll fit. It's kind of a thick stack. It's a very narrow, it's a very skinny. It's wide, but it's not deep. Shallow. It's a shallow drawer. Oh, but it fits. Okay, all my drawers are full, and I still have these patterns, these folded patterns. Well, I'm going to go through those and destash some of them and I guess I could put them with the book pages. And that takes care of that. So then I can label those drawers, and that'll be awesome. And that is a big chore that's been taken care of. I still have to do the cubbies on top, so that'll be next. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I hope you're enjoying this organizing and destashing project. And I hope that you'll come back for more. I'll see you soon. Have a creative day.